The Dow rising in record territory Wednesday, but tech stocks weighing on the Nasdaq after its huge advance yesterday. Let's get some tips on playing this choppy market from Ross Gerber of Gerber Kawasaki in Santa Monica, California. Welcome back and good afternoon to you, Ross.
Thanks for having me.
So we've got tech stocks giving back some of their earlier gains. There are concerns about yields among investors, but have the valuations adjusted to a point where you see a lot of good deals worth picking up on these dips?
I mean, I think there's opportunities in technology. I think, the market looks more interesting to me than it did at its full valuation on the tech side. But really, I think for a lot of investors, and what we're doing is really making sure that we have more balance in our overall approach in our portfolio as well, because as we move forward in the way the economy is going to grow, a lot of the names that worked over the last year or two really aren't as attractive to us moving forward. Not that they're not doing well or whatever, but based off how far their valuations have risen relative to kind of core economic type businesses, it just seems like this rotation, it makes a lot of sense, and that's what we're continuing to see.
So, some of the investors, I guess, are betting that stimulus money, the $1,400 checks, will go into stocks, especially into these meme stocks. And so we saw Koss, for example, double intraday today. It's still up around 60% right now. GameStop, AMC up sharply as well. What do you make of this meme stock trade and the belief that some of that money is going to make its way into stocks in general?
Well, first of all, I do think some of the money will make its way into the stock market. A lot of people have a lot of different feelings about the stimulus. I think limiting the income level of who's receiving the stimulus at the last minute made sense. But to think a family making $120,000 a year is getting thousands of dollars in stimulus and nobody in that family, let's say, has lost their job, where will that money go? And it'll go into investments and in spending, I hope, too. So it's definitely a stimulus package. It will stimulate the economy. It's good for stocks. And we're bullish on it. As far as the meme stocks, I think that's more a byproduct of some of the flaws we have in the stock market and the manipulation that's going on social media that's creating, in some people's minds, opportunities which really are just, basically two different groups of people. One's making money and the other's losing money. So for every winner, there's a loser in these stocks. But in the end, none of these companies are good. So they'll all be losers in the end. So it's really kind of a game of musical chairs. And if the kids want to play musical chairs, I say let them play.
All right. Now, some of those guys who are playing musical chairs might be interested in Roblox only because it's an online gaming company, whereas GameStop is a game retailer. The shares jumped 43% at the pop on their debut today. I know you're hot on the gaming sector with Activision and NTA. What do you make of Roblox prospects, this online?
Well, Roblox is a popular platform for kids, and it's a really cool platform. It's not my favorite one because I think most of the games kind of suck, but, because they're made by kids. So it's kind of, I get it. I think the business is doing well. I think it was valued at $7 billion last year. I value it closer to 10, maybe 12 billion. It's trading at 60 billion, I think, or some crazy number right now. So, once again, if you want to play 60 times sales for a business, I say good on you, but it's not for me. But I think what Roblox has as a company is a very successful company to offset to what GameStop isn't, which is really the blockbuster of the gaming industry. And so I think, as an investor in gaming, if the Roblox valuation is so high, boy, Activision seems very, very cheap relative to some of these things. And Activision actually makes a lot of money on selling a lot of games which kids play as well. So I'm very bullish on the video game sector. I think Roblox is a good company, and hopefully it'll go down substantially, and I can buy it sometime.
that comparison you made to, I guess, Blockbuster Video. Sorry, I was thinking.
It is. It's really amazing.
All right. Now, your firm just announced plans to begin buying cryptocurrencies on behalf of clients who want them. A lot of people compare it to gold. Then again, it's volatile. Where does it belong in a person's portfolio from your standpoint?
Well, we look at it like a tech stock. So although there's a lot of comparisons to gold, I think your point is valid. And I make this point too. Gold was a volatile asset in, 5,000 BC. So, this is 5,000 BC for crypto. So, if you go ahead forward 5,000 years, crypto might be a really valuable asset. And so we think that investors should have exposure to it. You can argue all the different, arguments, but I think in the end, it's a technology, and it's like a tech stock, and having a 2% position, just like a 2% position in Nvidia or Apple, makes sense. It just makes sense for investors. We're having a tremendous amount of our clients wanting to purchase Bitcoin, but they are not comfortable doing it on their own. So we've decided to build a program for our clients that will be safe and controlled in a way that, and using a very well-established custodian, Gemini, and add this diversification to our portfolios.
All right, a little bit of hand-holding. Thanks a lot, Ross. Appreciate it. Our thanks to Ross Gerber of Gerber Kawasaki. I'm Fred Katayama in New York. This is Reuters.